2020 was the year that disrupted the travel industry and wasted many of our plans. This was the year when we all stayed inside our homes and said goodbye to all those big travel plans on our bucket list. While we don't know what surprises 2021 holds for us, we do know of the trends that will be popular. Travelers now have a refreshed awareness of sustainability and responsible traveling. So, in case you were wondering what the future holds for us in the new year, here is a list of some travel trends that will become popular in the coming years. As we all shifted our bases online in 2020, it became a lot clearer that going forward, a lot of businesses might shift towards working from home. And with this new change, people realize that all they need is electricity and a good internet connection to work from anywhere while traveling. Vocation is what the word literally means, work plus vacation. Several companies have come up with these brilliant travel plans for people willing to blur the lines between work and leisure, making vacation the biggest trend of 2021. When the pandemic started, one of the first things to shut down were aviation services. This had given a push to road travel as traveling in personal vehicles and rented cars emerged as a much safer option. It's perfect for travelers of all ages and families and is also socially distant by design. Additionally, you have control over where you want to go next, thus opening a plethora of options. Due to travel restrictions, foreign borders have been constantly opening and closing. To deal with such uncertainty, travelers could turn inwards and choose to explore their own country more. And boy, there's plenty to see in India. This is the time to visit all those remote destinations you have only heard or read about but gave up on them for that trip abroad. So go on hikes, trek to your heart's fill, visit famous local destinations and do so much more. Because 2021 will be all about exploring the gems that the country holds. Travel bubble is an agreement between two or more countries that open their borders only to each other. This helps facilitate travel between countries while keeping in mind all the health restrictions and safety of both local and international citizens. This is a trend that will continue to evolve in 2021 also, but possibly on a smaller scale. Right now, India has travel bubble arrangements with several nations like UAE, USA and Netherlands. The biggest trend of 21 is going to be people embracing off-grid traveling. People are becoming conscious about the overwhelming impact they have on their surroundings and vice versa. At present, we are always connected socially. But while traveling, more conscious travelers will be willing to leave their gadgets behind and get their money's worth. People will invest in experiences that prove to be fulfilling. Another part of traveling consciously will be planning ahead, which will give rise to several satisfying moments during your trips. 2021 will see people rethinking the way they see tourism and also opt for sustainable travel. They may weigh the value of each trip, make it really count, and also be responsible for their carbon footprint. This in turn will promote slow and remote travel plans. In 2021, people will choose to stay at one place for a longer period to experience the culture, travel more deeply, promote local businesses, and be a responsible guest. The travel industry and tourists have become more careful about the safety and cleanliness ever since the pandemic began. 2021 will see more PCR tests on arrival, mandatory masks, sanitization being the topmost priority, and cleaner surroundings. Even tourists will be more aware of the places that they are staying at, what they are eating, and reviewing all the places that they are choosing. The solo travel trend is likely to gain even greater momentum. Since travel was steamrolled by the pandemic last year, this year will likely nudge travelers to wander on their own. After all, solo traveling is possibly the most socially distant way of traveling right now.